Brother, have you ever met a woman who, the more you try to let go, the tighter she pulls you back, and the more you care, the colder she becomes one day? She says she misses you, and the next, she disappears as if she never existed. She doesn't want to lose you, but she never truly stays either, and you keep spinning in that cycle, wondering what you did wrong. The truth is, she doesn't crave love, she craves control. This isn't rare, brother, because today I'm going to talk about 9 types of toxic women who, if you don't recognize them soon enough, will make you lose yourself. Type 1. The push-pull player. She always shows up right when you've started to calm down. When you care, she becomes distant. When you go quiet, she texts you again, acting like she misses you, like she regrets everything. Each time, you soften, thinking, she's changed. But no, you've just stepped back into the same loop, where she controls your emotions through her pattern of appearing and disappearing. The truth is, she doesn't love you. She loves the feeling of being loved by you. She doesn't want to be with you. She's just afraid of losing the man who keeps coming back. And the more you try to understand, the deeper you fall into her game. Remember, if someone only wants you when you're leaving, she doesn't need love, she needs attention. And attention is a chain stronger than love itself. Type 2. The emotional roller coaster. Some women make you feel like you're living in a movie. One minute she's laughing, the next she's crying. One day she's full of affection, the next she's cold as ice. You think you can help her find balance, that if you're patient enough, she'll change. But the truth is, she's addicted to extremes. She feeds on drama and chaos. Every fight, every tearful apology makes you believe it's passionate love, but it's just a repeating cycle of loving, destroying, and loving again. You can't heal someone who doesn't want peace. To her, chaos is what love feels like, and if you stay, sooner or later, you'll lose your mind in the very storm she creates. Type 3. The controller. At first, you think she's just being caring. She asks where you're going, what you're doing, who you're talking to. It even seems sweet, doesn't it? But over time, it starts to suffocate you. Every text, every look, every conversation is scrutinized. You talk to a friend, she asks. Who's that? You go out. She demands a video call to prove it, and you tell yourself, she just worries about me. But that's how she slowly takes over every small part of your life until you're no longer yourself. One day, you'll realize she never wanted to love you. She wanted to own you. And when love turns into control, your freedom fades, leaving behind only the shadow of the man who once was confident and free. Type 4. The eternal victim. You know this type. She's always the one who's been hurt. Whatever happens, it's always someone else's fault. She talks about her painful past, her cruel ex, her disloyal friends, and her misunderstood family, and you, being a good man, want to be her healer. You think that if you care enough, she'll finally hurt less. But the truth is, she doesn't want healing, she wants pity. She lives in the victim role because that's where she gets attention and indulgence. You help once, she needs you again. When you're tired, she calls you heartless, and then you realize you've become the savior in a play that never ends. Remember, not everyone who cries wants to be saved. Some cry just to make you stay. Type 5. The dependent one. At first, she makes you feel strong. She needs you, leans on you, and asks for your opinion on every decision. You feel important until you realize she can't function without you. She needs you to be happy, to stay calm, to feel worthy. Every time you're busy, she gets sad. Every time you go silent, she panics. You think it's deep love, but in truth, it's dependency. And if you stay, sooner or later, you'll grow so tired that you won't want to love anyone again. Because loving someone like that isn't love, it's carrying a burden. Love isn't you are my breath. It's I'm okay even when you're busy. When she can't stand on her own, you'll forever have to bend down to lift her until you collapse. Type 6. The unhealed woman. She tells you about her painful past, a cheating ex, a broken childhood, a shattered family. You listen, you feel for her, and you believe that if you love her enough, if you're patient enough, she'll get better. But the problem is, she doesn't want to heal. She uses her pain as a shield to justify her toxic behavior. She snaps, blames, and manipulates. Then says, I'm just afraid of getting hurt again. You sympathize. You hold back. You try to understand, but each time, she pushes the limits further. The truth is, she doesn't want peace. She's grown addicted to chaos. And if you don't walk away, she'll turn you into part of her tragedy. You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. You can only save yourself. Type 7, the entitled queen. She enters your life like a dream, gentle, charming, making you want to give her everything. But slowly, things change. She stops asking how you feel and only asks, "What have you done for me today?" You buy her flowers, she says it's nothing special. You try harder. She says it's still not enough. You start feeling exhausted, but all she sees is you're not the same anymore. To her, love isn't partnership, it's service. And the worst part is, you keep doing it, afraid to lose her. But the truth is, when someone treats your sacrifices as obligations, they no longer respect you. Love cannot survive where gratitude has died. Type 8, the attention addict. She doesn't need love, she needs an audience. Every photo she posts must get a few guys to like, and every conversation must make someone admire her. She says they're just friends, co-workers, old acquaintances, but they feed her ego. And when you tell her it bothers you, she says, "Are you trying to control me? Are you insecure?" That's when you need to see the truth. She doesn't respect boundaries. She craves power. She wants to be desired, not devoted. The more jealous you get, the more valuable she feels. And when you finally go quiet, she'll come back just to check if you still care. Don't let her turn your heart into a scoreboard for her popularity. Type 9, the serial lover. She loves like fire fast, intense, and short-lived. After a week, she says, "You're my destiny." A month later, she's bored, distant, and gone. You don't understand why, but the truth is, she never loved you. She loved the feeling you gave her. When that excitement fades, she needs someone new to recreate the high. To her, love is an emotional game, an addictive drug, not a bond. Don't think you're the exception, because to an addict, the one who gives the first dose is just the next one in line. If she falls in love too fast, too hard, too perfectly, be cautious, because what comes too fast is rarely real. Brother, if you've listened this far and see yourself somewhere in these stories, don't be ashamed. We've all been blind in love before. What matters isn't which type of woman you fell for, it's whether you're clear-headed enough to walk away. Brother, one of the hardest lessons I've ever learned is this: not every woman you love deserves you to stay. Some don't need you because they're lonely. They need someone, anyone, to avoid facing themselves. And you, unknowingly, become the place they unload all their pain, insecurity, and selfishness. You try to love, to understand, to save, but all you get in return is silence, blame, or guilt. Every time you want to leave, she cries. Every time you weaken, she promises to change. And so, you stay not because of love, but because of hope. But you know what hope can sometimes be the most dangerous trap. She doesn't need your love, she needs the control that comes with it. You don't realize it, because every time she breaks down, you feel responsible. But when you finally look back, you're no longer yourself. You don't laugh like before. You don't believe like before. You're just a tired man trying to hold together something that's already dead. This is the moment you must understand leaving is not failure. It's the moment you choose peace over chaos. You choose to respect yourself instead of pleasing someone else. You choose to love someone who deserves the calm you carry in your heart. A man's true strength isn't in how much he can endure, but in having the courage to walk away even when he still loves. Because sometimes the best way to love is to stop. Not because you're weak, but because you're strong enough not to let anyone drag you down any further. In the end, you'll realize love should never make you feel small. It shouldn't be a place where you have to prove your worth or fear speaking your truth. Real love doesn't require you to lose yourself just to make someone stay. One day, when you stop chasing the person who makes you feel insecure, you'll realize that silence can also be peaceful. You'll see that eating alone isn't as lonely as you thought, and you'll understand that walking away isn't losing, it's reclaiming. Reclaiming your self-respect, your energy, and your true self. You don't have to become cold-hearted. You just need to be clear-headed enough not to fall back into old cycles, because sometimes The greatest lesson love teaches you is how to choose yourself first. Brother, I know, letting go isn't easy, but don't be afraid of being alone. What's scarier is being with someone who makes you feel lonely even when they're right beside you. And once you've been hurt, you'll realize peace isn't something she gives you. Peace is something you rebuild, piece by piece, after she's gone. Remember this: the right woman won't make you lose control. She'll bring you calm, help you grow, and remind you of the man you once were. And when you finally meet her, you'll smile because it's through the wrong ones that you learned how to value the right one. If you've ever been hurt by love, don't regret it. Because sometimes, losing a toxic woman is how the universe teaches you to love yourself. Brother, if you've ever loved the wrong person, given too much, been used, ignored, or disrespected, don't blame yourself. No one is strong from the start. We only become stronger after we've been weak. What matters isn't how badly you were hurt, it's whether you wake up after the pain. Because the moment you start setting boundaries, the moment you dare to say enough, that's the moment you become a real man. Here, we don't teach men how to play mind games with women. We learn how to understand them and understand ourselves. Because a man doesn't need to be cold to earn respect. He just needs the strength to no longer let anyone manipulate his emotions. If this video touches something in your heart, hit subscribe. Because this isn't just a YouTube channel, it's a place where real men have real conversations, to wake up together and grow together. Remember, the right woman brings you peace. The wrong one teaches you how precious that peace truly is. Hold your standards. Hold your self-respect, and never forget you deserve peace.